so excited to be doing this video right now. This is a video I've been looking forward to doing for a really long time. Cozy Bex, another small booktuber that I've been really interested in. I've been watching her videos. She did a really cool premise of a video, which is that you play a random song off your Spotify like songs on shuffle, and you pick a book to recommend based upon that song. And my YouTube channel is obviously based off both music and reading, my two favorite loves. So this just felt like a nice, beautiful combination of both that I could do. And I've got my plants around me today and I'm feeling good. I'm off my bed from last week, which took me a solid hour to set up my iPad that I haven't been on in a year so I could show the songs and not have to edit the songs in. Give me a round of applause because I just took an hour to set up this iPad. So I've got my like songs right here. I've got all, maybe, I think there's over 1,000 on here. There's gonna be a weird mix in here. We're gonna see what comes up. I'm going to try and not skip on any of them. I'm actually going to try and find a book for every single song that pops up, which might get a little weird, but let's try it out. Let's put this on shuffle. All right. Isles by Fleet Foxes. I'm gonna try and find a book that really calms me down, reminds me of New Zealand, because Fleet Foxes reminds me of New Zealand and the countryside. I'm going to go with a classic here. It's The Book of Longing by Leonard Cohen, a book of poetry with a lot of illustrations. I read this book when I was in Indonesia a few years ago. I was in Bali. I read it while I was sitting next to pools, drinking my pineapple juice. Even though I read it in a tropical setting, it really reminds me of a book that I would like to read while I'm out in the countryside or in New Zealand. This book really would have suited something like New Zealand, listening to the Fleet Foxes. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this book if you like Fleet Foxes. It really reminds me of that sort of like very country, chilled out feeling. All right, let's go. Next song. Okay. Let Down by Radiohead. I mean, this was going to happen. Nearly every single Radiohead song is going to be my liked songs. This song reminds me a lot of seeing Radiohead live because they played this song. One of the best moments of my life, of course. Let me try and think of a book that reminds me of seeing Radiohead live. I'm trying to find something depressing. So I'm gonna go with Kafka on the Shore by Murakami for this song. I read this book earlier this year when I was in Japan. I mean, for some reason, all of this is super like based on being away. Just for some reason, a lot of books and a lot of music remind me of my favorite moments in life, which is a lot of the time being on trips. But I read this book in Japan, and Murakami's writing style really makes me feel super whimsical, but also super depressed. It's this really nice mix and very melancholic, and Radiohead makes me feel all those things as well. And I really do feel like if someone really loves Radiohead, they will also really love Murakami if they're going to get into reading, or vice versa. If you like Murakami, I feel like you'll like Radiohead. Song number 3. Okay. John Coltrane. Naima or Naima, I don't know how to pronounce it. This song really reminds me of Professor Layton. Very specific thing I'm talking about here for some reason. The melody of the sax in this song really reminds me of some soundtrack songs from the famous and beautiful Japanese games Professor Layton. I'll put it here. Some of my favorite games growing up were these games. I'm thinking of making a video actually specifically about my favorite video games growing up because I can go on for days about them. But anyway, I think I'm going to go with a book that reminds me of that sort of like Professor Layton vibe. Very like walking down the street at dusk time, pondering things, figuring out some puzzles. That's sort of where this song is taking me right now. I'm gonna go with a YA here. I want to spruce it up a little bit, get my YA lovers involved. I'm gonna go with The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. He had to leave where he started off and he had to go through all these like jungles and paths and everything to get to another place. And had to figure everything out, and he was sort of on his own a lot and like just traveling, that sort of like lonely vibe. And I think this John Coltrane song would have been actually like a really nice song in the background of that atmosphere that's going on in this book. So this book, yeah, it definitely reminds me a lot of that sort of vibe that you get from Professor Layton as well. It all just ties in together so nicely right now of chilling on a path, going somewhere, not exactly sure where, but you're going to figure something out and you're getting where you need to go. This is so fun. I really want to redo this video. Okay. Big Jet Plane, Angus and Julia Stone. There is definitely a few books that I could go with this one. Okay, it's a tie with this one. I've got two books sitting right next to each other on my shelf that reminded me of this song. This song, not exactly sure what it is about. I don't know why I'm getting this vibe. Like, I'm just getting this vibe of a younger boy, sort of doesn't know where he's going in life. A bit of a coming of age story. I just feel like this song would be a nice soundtrack for that sort of story. So I'm gonna go with two books here. I've got A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I don't particularly love this book, but I think a lot of people would. And it's actually the same as The Knife of Never Letting Go. These songs are reminding me of Patrick Ness a lot for some reason, but this book is about a young boy finding his way in life, and it keeps seeing a monster outside his window that's made of a tree, I'm pretty sure, from what I remember. And then the other book that came to my mind was The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Bourne. I've read a couple of books by John Bourne. This is my favorite that he's written. But yeah, this, for some reason, I don't know. It's sad. It's about World War II. It's about a concentration camp. So this book is very sad. And this song, Big Jet Plane, also brings that sort of sad feeling. This video is gonna be full of sadness. But you know what? That's me. Like, what else are we looking for here? What the... I don't even really like this song. Why is this song on my liked songs? It's Ye vs. the People by Kanye West. It's not even a very good Kanye West song. I don't know why it's on my liked songs. I'm just gonna go with a book that reminds me of Kanye West's music rather than that song specifically. This is actually too difficult. I'm gonna go with the Sandman comic series by Neil Gaiman. I know that he does definitely have some happier songs, but this song didn't take me there. It took to that Yeezus sort of vibe that he has. So if you like Yeezus and you like that sort of Kanye, I think you would really like Sandman, or vice versa, because they both are just really like gritty, super like raw type of vibe to them. How many more are we gonna do? This is just too fun. Oh, this is so fun. I love this. Okay. Who knew that you could dance to piano music? We learn something new every day. Malibu Nights by Rhye. Super nice, relaxing piano song that I really vibe with. We're going to go with a book that relaxes me, that's just a nice time, and also a little melancholic. It's got a melancholic vibe to it, like every song I ever listen to. I'm going to go with a book that I don't personally own, but I see another book by the same author. It's reminded me of this book. So I'm gonna go with the book Never Let Me Go, and it's by Ishiguro. Really enjoyed it. It was super beautiful, but also had this really calming vibe with this undertone of like insanity to it, which is how I feel with this song by Rhye. Like, it's very calming on the surface, but then when you actually think about it, it gets you into this mood where you're like, whoa, is someone like trying to kill me? Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. This has been so fun. I cannot thank Cozy Bex enough for doing this video initially, because like this has been so fun. I already want to do a part 2. It's going to happen because this has been the most fun I've ever had filming. I feel like this has really gotten me back into enjoying making videos. These types of challenges are super fun. I already want to do more. But I gotta stop now because some people are about to come over. Thank you for watching. I hope you got either a book or a music recommendation out of this video. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you two have also had fun. I will post some more videos this week. Look out for them. And with that, I'll say bye and thank you for watching.